welcome to the SMX Insider post-race show from a mile high here outside of Denver, Colorado. Get our podium celebration in for the 250 riders, Vial, Hymas, and Hayden Deegan. That changed in a hurry. Start with the 250 class and how this podium looks. We really thought had a Vial and Deegan breakaway headed our way. It was exactly like that in the first moto, but now we got Chance Hymas as a player.
Yeah, we got Chance Hymas of getting his first ever victory, and you can see how much it meant to him. There's a lot of confidence, and just interesting to listen to him say, like, he didn't even think this was possible. And for a rider that's so talented, it's hard to believe, but it just shows how emotional these guys are, and it's good and bad. And I think Chance is going to be a contender. He's second in the points, and as I said before, I think this is going to be first of many. He's got that talent. These guys better watch out.
And then Vial had speed today, didn't quite show it in the results. Almost got Deegan in the first moto. That was an incredible battle between those two.
Yeah, I mean, Tom he did ride good, and I think when you look at his riding, I mean, he probably rode better than even he did last weekend. So Tom, he'll be all right. His attitude, just the way he kind of goes about his business, he won't get too far down on this. I think he'll look at it as a race that probably should have won, or at least that second moto finished better, but mistakes cost him. And then you got this guy right here. I mean, when you want to say, look up in the dictionary of confidence, you're going to see a picture of the 38, Hayden Deegan in there. That boy has some confidence right now, and he should.
Look at that. And there are a lot of Deegan fans anywhere you go. It's unbelievable what he had done to build his brand coming into his pro ranks, and he has absolutely delivered ever since turning pro. And we're going to get to the highlights of this race victory for him. Here's the 250 class from Thunder Valley. Moto 1, Deegan, a good start. Hayden Deegan on the inside, but there's Tom Vial right with him.
Yeah, we had him, Hayden Deegan, Tom Vial, and Chance Hymas, and the race was on. We thought we were going to have a continuation of what we saw last weekend between all those three. First corner pile up, Ryder D, Joey Sabachi, and a couple other guys get caught up. Not the way you want to start the day off, but for sure. Wasn't too many first corner pile-ups, but this was one of the only ones, and the race was on up front.
Levi Kitchen took a while to get going, but here he is making the move on Hymas for third.
Yeah, he made his way. This was a little after halfway. Levi tried, but those guys in front of him, Tom Vial and Hayden Deegan, was gone. And this was a moment of race, Jason, with Hayden Deegan going down and almost losing the lead. He didn't quite lose it. Tom was right there, and then the next corner, Tom outside, inside, squared him up and got around Hayden. And then Hayden went done with him.
Oh, this is fantastic, battling all the way down to the wire. So next to last lap, here's Deegan trying to make a pass.
Yeah, he goes up the inside, and you can hear him revving his motorcycle, and Tom knew that. So this was the next to last lap. You go in, and you would think the same situation wouldn't happen again. Tom would block it, but the same situation did happen again, and Tom ran off the track. Hayden saw that opportunity, seized it, and then Tom tries to make his way back on the last lap, last corner. He thought it was cute, Hayden did, but Tom had to go in and try to make it, but Hayden Deegan was able to hold on for the win, Jay.
Yeah, that was big, a one-on-one fight, and Deegan comes out on top, even with a crash. And if you want to talk to Vial about that cute move there when the moto was over, we go to Moto 2. Hymas, another good start. I thought Deegan was going to get him right here.
Yeah, Hayden wanted to run it in, but as you heard Hayden on the podium, he gave Chance a lot of props. Chance did ride good. I don't necessarily think he was worried about him. That might have been the number 16. He might have, ran it in deep, but Hayden showing a lot of patience this year. Chance made this race pretty boring on that. Tom Vial makes his way around Jalik Swola, I think it was for fourth place in the second moto, and then Tom goes down or stalls it in this corner, loses a couple of positions. Joe Schmoder was able to get around him.
And yeah, so now Vial is out of podium position in this moto. He goes back to work on Swole.
Yeah, Jalik didn't learn. He goes back up the inside. Great move by Tom. And as the day was, he's been fast all day, made a lot of passes, but this rider getting his first ever victory. Dominant race.
Hymas pulled away from Deegan, wasn't challenged. He wins. Says he broke down in tears as soon as he crossed the line. His mom was feeling the same way. It's a long journey to get to the top in this sport.
Anytime you can make mama proud, that's always a win.
All right, and there's Deegan across the line ahead of Shimoda, and the 1-2 scores from Deegan, more than enough to win the overall here at Thunder Valley. He'd won the first 2 overall wins of the year in California, so he's 3-0 in the year for overalls. Sihanis is second, and Vial will end up 3rd overall. Shimoda really showing signs there down the stretch. Good second moto. 5-3 will make him 4th overall, and that will push Kitchen, who had finished on the podium in every moto this year, ends up 7th this time in Moto 2, and that's 5th overall. And then the points, look at Hymas in there.
Yeah, he's really in there, and I think, again, now it's one thing being second in points and another thing being where he's at now, winning, having that confidence. Now he belongs. He feels like he belongs, and he's able to do it down to JT.
Yep.
Well, I'm with Michael Byrne, who is the rider coach for Chance Hymas. And Michael, I know you guys have been working so hard to get Chance where he feels like he deserves to be. We saw that second moto, the win. You talk about the process and really where the deficiencies were. How did you get to this step? Because that was, you know, you think back a year ago to get to where we are now. That's a huge step.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of work, obviously, and sometimes you put all that work in and you don't feel like you get rewarded. So since the first race at Parlour, it's nice to see him make that jump and just have that belief in himself and see what we see every day at the compound. You know, while we're working, we know what his skill level is. He had to learn to control that speed and not just go everything like an amateur race for 4 laps. So that's been like one of the biggest processes. And I mean, it's just such a collaborative effort, you know, with everybody at the compound, and you know, the kid works his butt off. So to get rewarded and just to see that emotion and that reward just then was pretty special.
So there's so many pieces to this puzzle, right? It can't just be fast. You have to have the mental side and the physical side. Where do you think he was missing? Was it him believing in himself? Was it the you know, being in shape enough, the speed? What was all those things? Because I'm sure it was a puzzle, but from your perspective, what was the biggest thing he was missing?
Yeah, man, there's been a lot of little puzzle pieces, that's for sure. You know, at first he was dealing with a lot of arm pumps, so then we, you know, had to, try and solve that little piece of the puzzle, and then you know, just everything, the diet, and then the training, and there's all these puzzles scattered out everywhere. You know, you're just trying to like get them all in tighter. So it's cool to see once you tighten up all those things, how much of an improvement that makes.
Oh, some of it paid off today. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
One of your old teammates there, Michael Byrne.
Yeah, Michael, and I mean, he gave you an insight of all the things that was going on behind the scenes. So, yeah, I mean, Chance, he's never lacked the speed. I mean, not riding an 83 compound. If you ain't got speed there, you're going to be ran out of that place. So, you know, he's had that. So it's great to see it kind of pay off for him, all of them.
These are the SMX points when you combine Supercross and Motocross together. Deegan cutting into the gap that Kitchen had coming into this race by outpointing him today. Vial is 3rd overall, Shimoda 4th. Hymas, not where he wanted to be in Supercross, but he's been strong in all 6 Pro Motocross motos, so he is already up to 5th in the combined standings for the year. And we're playing it all the way until the playoffs, which will start in September. It'll be Charlotte Motor Speedway, Fort Worth, Texas. That is Texas Motor Speedway, and the Strip, the drag strip in Las Vegas. That's the World Championship round, September 21st. Give it the 450 highlights from Thunder Valley. 450 Moto 1. Big battle into the first turn. Justin Cooper going to come out with the motorsport.com hole shot.
Justin Cooper, nice to see him get a hole shot here and led some laps. Not only led some laps, the kid looked good. You see the confidence growing as the day goes on. And now you have Jason Anderson and Justin Barsha going at it early in the race. Justin Cooper had it pulled away. And then it was the Honda trio, or duo, and Hunter Lawrence and Jet Lawrence. And the story coming into this race was, how is Jet feeling? Well, we kind of figured that out by the end of the day, but Hunter Lawrence made his way up. We wasn't sure if he was going to make a good pass or open that wallet up to AMA on how things are going to work out, but everything stayed clean, and Hunter kept marching his way up to the front.
And Jet's going to follow him past Anderson as well.
Yeah, Jet made it down the inside as older brother got around him and, you know, went after his brother, but he couldn't hold on to that tail. Hunter Lawrence was on the mission, his first moto, running down Justin Cooper, made that pass up the inside, and not to be denied this moto as well. Got his first victory of the year.
Yeah, Jet was there, couldn't quite get back to his brother, but Jet would make the move here on Cooper.
Yeah, sneaky pass on Jet. This was the same lap that Hunter got around Justin. Justin said that he started to feel it. You know, we got about 25 minutes into it, and Justin Cooper, you know, kind of ran out of steam. But the big, another big story was Chase Sexton struggled all day long. We thought maybe in practice and how he's riding, just letting it go, but big swap out on the KTM. And then now we're looking at Jason Anderson go down. Looks like he just fell over, but no, that's how slippery this racetrack is, and that's what those guys are dealing with all day long. Just a simple mistake, but the man of the hour was this man right now.
Yeah, no big mistakes from the rookie. Took only 5 motos for Hunter Lawrence to get a moto victory in the 450 division of Pro Motocross. He's last year's 250 champion, and Jet Lawrence not 100% after the big crash last week at Hangtown, but good enough for second. And he admitted things started to hurt down the stretch. So you're thinking maybe Moto 2 will be worse for him? Maybe not. Another good start for Justin Cooper.
Justin Cooper, another whole shot. The only difference was, I mean, all the other guys, the contenders, Chase Sexton, Hunter Lawrence, and Jet Lawrence, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there. And we're like, okay, here we go. And Chase Sexton said, I'm over this. Goes up the inside. Nice move, aggressive move. And I think Chase sensed that, hey, maybe the bike's not feeling good. I need to be in front of these guys. And he just felt like he could do the same thing. Goes up the inside where we saw Justin, Jet Lawrence pass Justin Cooper, goes a little hot, goes down, and that was how his day's been going.
Yeah, disappointing off the podium for Sexton, the championship leader today. Now the brothers start to battle again and start to close on Cooper.
Yeah, Jet Lawrence mentioned in the podium interview that he felt like he needed to get around his older brother, Hunter, earlier in the race. You know, one, because of his arm, but just true how Hunter was, and he was able to do that a little bit earlier. And then Hunter tried fighting him. Jet was able to hold on, and he went right after. He went after Justin Cooper, made the pass around him, and then the battle was on for the brother.
This might have been the end of Justin Cooper. Doesn't really fight Jet or Hunter at this point. Kind of admitted he was finally out of steam at this point. So there's Jet, makes the move, and here comes Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter, he saw his younger brother get in, he got around Justin. I think Justin was starting to feel the effects of 25 minutes. It's his first time leading this deep, and rode good all day long, but the two brothers, they started battling each other, and wasn't sure how Jet was going to feel. Was he be able to hold on? And he did.
He had to dig so deep for that one. Hunter kept getting to him, tried to crack him, tried to break him, injured and all. Shoulder, leg, doesn't matter. Jet Lawrence, the overall win. And the respect and love from the brothers there. Justin Cooper joining him on the podium. We've seen that trio a lot back in their 250 days. And now an assault on the 450 class by the Lawrences and Justin Cooper. Barsha, solid all day, 4th. Chase Sexton did not come into the race today to finish 5th. No, that was not the goal.
He definitely didn't. KTM, they definitely struggled today. Chase was, would say, off, but considering what he did last weekend, he was off, and I know this is probably a worst case scenario for him. Jet Lawrence bounces back, win, and then he has a race like that. It looks like last weekend was just last weekend, but Chase is going to have to bounce back next weekend.
And that'll be at Hot Point. And here's how it impacts the championship. Hunter Lawrence taking the red plate away from Sexton. So for the first time as a 450 racer, he will have the red plate. And Jet now down just 16 points. Justin Cooper 4th, Aaron Plessinger 5th in the standings. Let's send it down to Will with the race winner.
That's right, Jason. Not just the race winner, but now red plate holder, points leader. Hunter, unbelievable. This is round 3. I don't need to remind you of that, but it's just, I think I'm reminding myself of that. Round 3 in your rookie season, and now you are the points leader. And after that incredible battle with your brother today, is it sunk in yet? Are you registering that? Is it where you thought you'd be?
Yeah, it's, I mean, our mentality is so head down, bum up, and just keep working. So it's like we have so much longer to go in the season, you know, so it's tough to really like enjoy stuff now because it's just the beginning. But yeah, we'll have a nice dinner tonight and, you know, enjoy the moment and stuff. But yeah, once midnight clicks over and Sunday, then Monday's work time again. So yeah, it's a short-lived little enjoyment, but yeah, really pumped, just happy for the team. You know, the guys work so hard, and it's the ultimate thank you to our family, to our team, which is like our family, and everyone that supports us to battle like that and put on a good show, you know?
Yeah, and then we watch your teammate there, Chance Hymas, go and do what he did in that second moto too. Incredible. Yeah. You and I were just talking before we came on camera here, reflecting back, you're reflecting back to 2022, and you and Jet going at it on 250s. So But like you said, it's been a minute since you've been there. So what's it like to be back?
Yeah, it did. Man, it's like a trip down memory lane, you know, back to 2022 on the 250s where it was just, you know, back and forth and battling. What felt like the whole season, every single motor. Obviously, it wasn't every single motor, but it's what it felt like. So I think we're in store for another long season like that. And obviously, everyone knows many, many more years to come. So, yeah, got to enjoy it, right?
Impressive battle from you. Impressive from the whole team today. Congratulations. Enjoy your evening.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks for your time.
Not the overall win, but a breakthrough first moto win and point lead for him. When we combine motocross and supercross together, Jet Lawrence on top. He was the Monster Energy Supercross champion. Sexton losing some ground to him today in that chase, but a long way to go. And this would be the seeding when the playoffs begin in September at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Anderson actually up to third in points. He's been pretty solid all year long. Look, when you also roll in that Chance Hymas trains and rides with the Lawrence brothers and is their teammate, it's just amazing, amazing what they have done to have two brothers this good and then another rider that rides with them. That's 3 or 4 moto wins today. It's unbelievable.
No, it is. And that third moto, don't forget about Yoshimoto. Like, he rode really good, and as he mentioned earlier, just bike setup, he's getting used to it. So, yeah, Honda's definitely found the next wave of things. They got a lot going for the 250 and 450 class, and it's nice to see it pay off. And you were listening to Hunter, like, you know, getting up here as a rookie season. You're asking me, and this is a little joke to Hunter, I mean, he's slacking. His brother won everything as a rookie, so he's like, yeah, I'm happy, but, I mean, I'm still down even on the teammate. But seriously, I think we saw a breakthrough ride from Chance Hymas and Hunter Lawrence, and moving forward this championship, these two are going to be players, and I think Honda's, their future is bright. They got everything they need right in front of them.
But they got this Deegan kid to deal with in the 250 class, and who knows, maybe even in the 450 division upcoming over the next couple of years. As Hayden Deegan is sitting on top with 3 wins in a row. Had a really strong challenge from Tom Viala. Fantastic first moto, but Deegan won it. So much to unpack today. We'll bring our reporters back in, Jason Thomas and Will Christian. JT, what are you thinking after a wild day here at Thunder Valley?
Well, I came into this Pro Motocross Championship so sure that I knew what was going to happen in both the 450 class, and I was so unsure of what would happen in the 250 class. Well, flip that upside down. Now the 250 class, it really feels like this is Hayden Deegan's championship to lose. Even though he didn't go 1-1 today, he's doing all the right things. He's managing races, he's winning the overalls, and now he has a 23-point lead. You go to the 450 class, and it's wide open, right? Jet Lawrence answered the bell today. That was a great response he had. Chase Sexton didn't use any of that momentum that he gained in Hangtown, and now we have the emergence of Hunter Lawrence grabbing the red plate. So I have no idea what's going to happen in the 450 class. I think I know what's going to happen in the 250 class. So maybe I don't know anything. That's what I'm going to leave you with here, is I know nothing, and I'm just going to watch and we'll see what happens when they drop the gate in Pennsylvania.
I kind of feel the same way, JT, about that. We were trying to figure it out. We spent all week after the incredible racing last weekend trying to figure out what's going to happen this weekend. And, you know, apart from maybe James Stewart there in the booth, we were all a little bit off. So talking of responses, I just need to know how Chase is going to respond to this one. We didn't know how he was going to be after the incredible performance that he put in last weekend. And now it didn't go the way he wanted it to go. And the door's wide open, to your point, JT, again, that it's now who's going to grab that. We've got a new red plate holder, and it is wide open again. And so Chase needs to make a move. He needs to make a move quick. Can that be next weekend at High Point? Who knows? Or maybe somebody else is going to mix it up. But, yeah, James, you're the only one who can make these predictions and get them to stick.
Well, I appreciate that, Will. I think Chase and the KTM, if you're asking me, what they realized today is that they need to continue to work on the motorcycle. Chase Sexton had an incredible ride last weekend, you know, one that he'll always remember. But today proved that they still got to work. And the Honda, they went back to work after what they saw last weekend in Hangtown, and KTM has to do the same thing. So, yeah, you can't rely on those kind of crazy outcomes and finishes. Chase is fine, but KTM and Chase Sexton, they have to continue to work to compete with these guys. That's what I learned today.
All right, and here's the next race where they all have their chance to respond. It's the Parts Unlimited upcoming schedule. High Point next weekend in Pennsylvania. Race day live starts at 10 o'clock Eastern time. And you can catch that on Peacock and the SMX Video Pass. And the motos begin at 1 o'clock. Again, Peacock and the SMX Video Pass. There will be an encore of racing Sunday afternoon next weekend on USA. And we always have weekly encores on CNBC. Some real aggression from Sexton in that second moto, maybe more than we normally had seen toward the Lawrence brothers. So I don't know what's in store for next weekend. It looked like he was looking for revenge already.
Oh, he'll be back. He'll be back.
Yeah, it'll be wild. But Hunter, you could see he was beaming there in the paddock. Point leader. But in the end, it's still Jet Lawrence and Hayden Deegan as overall winners in this series. Great racing, though, throughout. For Will Christian, Jason Thomas, and James Stewart, I'm Jason Wygant saying so long. Thanks for watching all the excitement. The Toyota National of Thunder Valley. See you next weekend at High Point.